Hello, everyone, and thank you for stopping by my YouTube channel, Get Crafty with Sally. My name is Sally Poole, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Albany, Oregon. Welcome. Today, I'm going to show you some cards I made with this new upcoming online exclusive set called Sophisticated Sled. I have fallen in love with it. It is so much fun. And I've just been using the dies. I haven't really stamped any of the images other than sentiments and the little cardinal. So this will be available to the public on July 3rd. So you can get started on your Christmas in July. Yay! These are the cards that I've done so far. I'll say it again, I'm not a pink person, but I think this is my favorite. And this is with that pretty piece of paper from the Unbounded Beauty Designer Series paper pack. Isn't that cute? Those dies are just fantastic. I did use, I'm not sure if you can see these little gems. I did use pink gemstones from, and I'm not seeing the package right here. They are from Honeybee Stamps in Lebanon, Oregon. I will be using white pearl basic jewels on the one that we make today. So there's the pink one. This one is with older retired Christmas paper called Under the Mistletoe. So I have used, well, it's Old Olive and Night of Navy. And these little red berries. This is actually an online exclusive also. I love them, and I'm going to order some more of them. They are called Cherry Cobbler and Pearl Adhesive Backed Berries. And this is the package that they come in. You can see how many I've used. So these three are all together. So when you pick them up, that's the way they are. There's also some clear ones, and they kind of pick up the colors around them, so that's kind of interesting. And let's see. Was I going to say something else about that one? Old Olive, Night of Navy. That one has silver foil behind it. This one is also from retired Christmas paper. This blue paper is from A Walk in the Forest. And on this one, I did stamp the little cardinal and color him. I just love it. So cute. And then this is Balmy Blue, again with the silver sled frame. This one I used the new Country Lace paper. That is not Christmas paper, but I thought it looked good on here. And then this is a Misty Moonlight paper, cardstock in the back, and then copper foil for the sled frame. And that copper foil is from the Brushed Metallics pack. This one is retired Christmas paper, Joy of Christmas. And this one, I used real red goes with it. And then the sled frame is brass foil. And it's not It is not the, I don't know if there's brass in the brushed metallic, sorry. It's just a package of foil that's called brass. And it kind of looks gold, so gold would look good with that too. And I did also use it for the skate blades. These are those little berries in the clear color, so you can see they're not showing up clear or white. They're actually picking up, I think, colors from the green underneath. So let me tell you how I came to end up with all of these. I took my Country Woods Designer Series paper pack, and I just went through and picked out some of these wood looking paper pieces, and I just cut some of the sleds out with these, from these, not really knowing what I had in mind. Didn't really have anything in mind. And then I had just cut out several of the sled frames, the metal part underneath, from several different foil packs that I had. So I kind of just had them all sitting here, and then when I got the Designer Series paper that I wanted to use, I kind of took the sled frame and the wood part that goes on the sled from the Country Woods pack and, you know, kept switching them out to see which one I thought looked best on the paper. And that's how I ended up with what I've got there. So enough about that. Let's take a look at what you're going to need to make this card. These are the pieces. You can take a screenshot if you like, or I will have a PDF over on my blog. If you go down in the description box below this video, there is a link to the PDF. You can just click on that. So let's get started. I think what we'll do first is I'm going to take my this piece of basic white and this piece of the Unbounded Beauty. I'm going to grab my chair. And I don't know if you noticed, but prior to me even starting to film the video, I had 2 snoring dogs. So let's put some glue on the back of this. And that is Willow. I don't know if you watched my crafty get-together setup, but if you did, you got to see Jasper and Willow in there. So I'm going to line this up. This is 4 inches wide. I'm going to line it up on my grid paper. I should say this basic white piece is 4 inches wide. This piece is 2.5 inches. And I'm going to center it on using my grid marks, which makes it a lot easier. So that should be pretty straight. And it doesn't look like I ended up with a bunch of overhang. Let me grab my tape. I'm going to take my tape runner and we'll attach these to the Pretty in Pink piece. Oops, shouldn't have done that. This actually needs to be embossed. Well, should be embossed. Let me see. And I do have one here. That was lucky. So I'm going to set this aside. It's not like I can emboss it later. So once I've adhered the designer series paper to the basic white, I did run it through I always want to call it the Big Shot, the cut and emboss machine. And I just used an old folder called Winter Snow for several of these. But I also used this one, which I just love. And I don't know if you can see the design on it. Let me show you maybe on the card it'll show up better. I just thought it was really cute. It doesn't look like it's showing up very well on here. Anyway, the cut and emboss machine really isn't big enough to do what I did here, because I just embossed these edges. But I have a machine called a Crossover 2 that is 8 inches wide, where you can run your stuff through. So I was just able to do this and just emboss these margins. I think I also did a couple where I just did it, halfway there, and then moved it to the other side, lined it up, and then did the other side. So that is doable as well. Lots of ways to do that, and you don't have to emboss it if you don't want to. All right, so let's put tape on the back of this one. And we'll grab our piece of Pretty in Pink cardstock. Try to get this on here so the edges are all even. It's got something on there, I'm not sure what that is. Okay, so now you could also glue that if you wanted. Now let's attach this to our card base. I'm not sure that I've ever done a video, and I think this is going to be video number 98, which is crazy for me. I don't think I've ever done a video where I haven't fouled something up. As much as you think you're organized before you start, it never seems to turn out that way. Okay, so there's our card base. Now let's do, let's cut out a sled. So I am going to grab my piece of silver foil that's going to have a terrible reflection, and then you can lay this right on there, and then you can also lay the little ice skate blades. There's both of them in one die. They actually fit right in that bottom square. So let me get my cut and emboss machine over here, and see if I can run this through and cut it without any major difficulties. So I need my plate 1 plate 2, a plate 3. Get my paper with my dies. That piece of foil kind of is bowing, so hopefully it'll lay down properly to get this cut. Okay. So there's our pieces. And you're probably going to have, you get lots of these little extra squares out of the sled frame. So there's that. There's our blades. And I've already cut the wooden part of the sled. And you're going to want to make sure there's a lot of little holes that get punched out of here, and then these little pieces in the middle that need to come out. You could, sorry about that, I just bumped the ring light. If you want to get really clever, which I didn't want to do, you can cut this again in a different color. It would be a really contrasting color, I would think. Maybe black. And then just keep all of those little hole pieces and then glue them in here once you've got this on here. I haven't tried that yet, but it might look kind of cool. So let's glue our wood piece down to the metal frame piece. And I am going to just put a little bit of glue right in the middle there. Couple on, whoa, that was a big blob. Couple spots on each of these little frame lines. And a little bit on the frame. I should have put a piece of scrap paper underneath here. Okay, so there's that. And then the rounded part goes up at the top towards the front of the sled. And the more square part is the back. So you want to line these little holes up so they're even on the little sled frame. It's not really that hard to do. It's just kind of small and finicky. Grab a piece of scrap paper. Maybe you can see this better. So then I'm also going to put some glue across this top part. You don't want to get it over on those very edges because that's where those little holes are. You would be able to see the glue through there if you did that. So I'm just gonna set that on there, and then I'm gonna turn it over and make sure that I've got kind of an even amount of, I guess it's kind of hard to see with my finger there, kind of an even amount of this little wood piece so that we know that that's straight. So that looks good. And the next thing we're going to do, let's grab our little ice skate boots. I did cut these out of shimmery white. You don't have to. You can certainly use basic white. You could also emboss something on them too. That might be kind of cool. So what I did, there's a little cut line right in here, and it actually opens up. Can you see that? So I took these laces and I poked them through that little cut line. I think that is just the cutest thing ever. So now let's glue our blades onto our boots. I'm going to put a little bit of glue down here. I should have got a paper towel over here to wipe some of this off, but I forgot. Let me see if I've got one handy here, because it might come out a little bit. I do have a paper towel, so I'm just going to pick this up and just run that across the bottom of there. That seems to be where I've been seeing excess glue on mine. So let's do this other one. Same process. Get a little bit of glue where that blade's gonna go. And we'll take our second blade, and I've been lining it up with this back end piece and then laying it down, and you can see pretty good. I hope my head's not in the way. You can see pretty well that it is lining up. Okay. So now, before I flip these over and put glue on them, so here's the sled that we just put together, but I actually have one that I've already put most of the dimensionals on, so you don't have to sit and watch me do all that. So here's the same little sled, cute as can be. So I have put mini dimensionals here. There's a row of 3 there, a row of 3 there, and then I cut mini dimensionals in half, and then there's a strip. Not sure if you can see that. There's a strip right there. There's a strip right there. And I am going to add a strip on that other side. So make sure, if you're not familiar with dimensionals, let me grab a better pack here. It's not much better. So all these little dimensionals are kind of cut out in here. There's also just the white border around the edge. Make sure you use that. Don't throw any of this stuff away because it's all the same product. It works the same. So I am going to, this is just an edge. I'm just going to cut this little straight piece of dimensional off. Hopefully I didn't cut it too long. And we'll put it on this side. Take the cover off. I've already taken the rest of them off, so yay. So let's bring our card base back in here. Make sure we're opening on the right side. And then we'll center our little sled here. And I'm not putting it up too high on the card. Maybe 3/8 of an inch, maybe. I don't think it's 1/2 an inch. So there's our little sled. So now let's flip our little boots over and put some glue on the back. And a giant wad of glue just came out of the bottle. And hopefully you can see that I'm also putting it on that pink, pretty in pink part of the cardstock that I pushed through. So let's take our little boot and we'll set it on our sled. And then we'll grab the second one. Put it on our sled. I'm going to put it down a little bit lower. Goodness. She is a snorer. And then for this card, I have cut with the little foliage die. Using the same die, I cut one in basic white, one in pretty in pink. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back of the pink one. You don't need a whole lot because you don't really know where this is going to end up on the white one. If it's actually going to glue to the white where you put the glue. Hope that made sense. So I'm going to offset it a little bit. So I haven't lined it up straight. Now I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back of the white one. Getting sticky on there. And then we'll take this, and the die, this side I think is actually a little more full and longer. So I'm not going to try to make it even. You could. I'm going to set it pretty much where that wood steering piece is. Okay. So far, so good. So I've already stamped my sentiment. And I'm using the one that says, I hope your days are filled with fun and laughter, which I think goes great with the sled. And then I've also cut a piece of pretty in pink to go behind this. And I did use the rectangle stitch dies to cut this out. So let's put a little bit of glue on the back of that. And we'll glue it to the pretty in pink piece. Put a little bit of glue on the back of the pink. You could pop this up on dimensionals if you wanted to. I just, I don't normally like to have everything popped up on a card, but that's personal preference, so you can certainly do what you want. So there's that. Now let's grab our Pearl Basic Jewels. These are retired. You could also use the iridescent jewels. And I'm going to put a little cluster of, whoops, that one wants to run away. We'll put 3 of them together here. Those look pretty on there. I'll set one over there, and I'll put one over here. I don't know if you can see those or not. They look really nice on there. And then I also used the baker's twine, and I have no idea what I did with it now. So apparently I am not going to put a bow on this card. So I used the white baker's twine from the Essentials pack. Gosh, I thought I brought it out here. So frustrating. Anyway, you can see that I just tied a teeny little bow with the baker's twine, and I just put a little dot of the green glue on the back of it and glued it right to the frame of the sled. So that is that card. Here again is the real red, can't remember what this one is, Misty Moonlight, Old Olive, and Balmy Blue. So I will be doing a giveaway and sending one of these cards to one of you. All you need to do to enter the giveaway is just leave a comment down below the video. Let me know which one is your favorite, and if you think you'll be getting this set. I really love it. So I also was going to tell you there's quite a few things coming out in the online exclusives on July 3rd. There's 2 sweets, and I didn't get much. I got this bundle and another bundle. I did order some of the Christmas paper later, but I haven't got it yet. When it does come, and it's called Season of Green, I will make another one of these cards with that and probably just make a quick video and show you what it looks like. There is also there's a couple different Christmas bundles, sweets. There is a fall bundle, there is a Halloween bundle, another Halloween stamp, some seasonal designer series paper, all kinds of stuff. So it'll be exciting to be able to see all that on July 3rd. So like I said, let me know what you think about this card. I would appreciate your comments. Also, if you are enjoying my videos and getting anything out of them, please hit the like button, share it with your friends and family, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. It helps my channel grow, and I would so appreciate it. Thanks again for stopping by, and I will see you next time. Bye.